Hello students, welcome back to the e-learning classes of Sunrise Global School. This is Asmita Sharma, your science teacher, and today we are going to continue with the 7th chapter of science. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the conservation of plants and animals. We have already discussed about the deforestation, its causes, flora, fauna, and conservation of forest and wildlife. There are different types of reserves, a national park and wildlife sanctuary that we have already discussed in this chapter. So for today's topic we are going to discuss more about the endemic species. So first of all, speaking about endemic species, we will first know what is species. So species is a group of population which are capable of interbreeding. So species is a group of population or a type of animals in which they interbreed. That means they produce their reproduction and produce their young ones. This means that the member of the species can reproduce fertile offsprings only with the members of their own species and not with the members of the other species. So species is a type of animals, plants in which the reproduction can be done with the member of their own species. That means, for example, if I take an example of tiger, that means that tiger can breed with another tiger and can produce the offsprings of a tiger only. That means the tiger cannot breed with the lion and produce the offspring. So member of the species have common characteristics. If we talk about the species, so the member of that species have the common characteristics. That means that they have similar types of things that are common in them. So endemic species are those species of plants and animals which are found in a particular area and not found anywhere else. That means they are generally found in a particular area and we can find them in that area only. When we speak about other areas, there are different types of species in different parts of the country or the world. Now for example, if we speak about sal and wild mango, so sal and wild mango are some type of trees which are generally found in Panchmahari, that is the Panchmahari bioreserve that we discussed in the last video. So sal and wild mango are generally found in that area only, and apart from that they are not found in any other area. Now similarly, there are some fauna, that means some animals which are bison, that is a type of this type of animal. Then there is Indian giant squirrel and flying squirrel are the endemic fauna of this area. That means we are speaking about the area of Panchmahari Biosphere Reserve, in which we can found bison and a giant squirrel. Apart from that, we found a flying squirrel which is there in that area only. So endemic species are found in the particular area, and we have discussed here about the area of Panchmahari biospheres. The next topic is about the wildlife sanctuaries. Now, wildlife sanctuaries are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance to them or their habitat. So this is the definition of wildlife sanctuaries that you can also note in your notebooks. So wildlife areas are those areas which are protected, and these areas are protected from any other outer invading. That means no person can disturb the animals that are living in that area. The killing or capturing of the animals in the wildlife sanctuary is strictly prohibited. That means if anyone comes up and shoot or hunt animals from the wildlife sanctuary, that person is given a strict punishment, or that is considered a crime. So in wildlife sanctuaries, the animals are not disturbed and they are not harmed at all. Some of the threatened wildlife animals like black buck, white-eyed buck, elephants, golden cat, pink-headed duck, gharial, marsh crocodile, python, rhinoceros, etc. are protected and preserved in wildlife sanctuaries. So the animals that I just called out are the animals that are very much endangered, and these animals are strictly protected and preserved in the wildlife sanctuaries, so that no one can go in that sanctuary and hunt those animals. in order to protect them and to make their breeding possible, to make them grow in the country. Indian sanctuaries have unique landscapes, broad level forest, mountain forest and bushlands in deltas of big rivers. So here in the pictures you can see that in Indian sanctuaries, Indian wildlife sanctuaries, there is a lot amount of unique landscapes. That means the nature is very best at it quality. There are very much high level of forest, there are mountains forest, and there are areas of big rivers, so that animals can live in that area and feel protected with the natural surrounding. Moving ahead, the next topic is about the national parks. Now, national parks are areas reserved for wildlife where they can freely use the habitat and natural resources. So, now the national parks are those areas in which the wildlife can freely move from one place to another, and they can use the habitat, they can live into that forest, and they can do the things according to themselves. Now there is an example given over here. Satpura National Park is the first reserve forest in India. Satpura National Park was the very first national park. These are evidence of prehistoric human life in these jungles. These give us an idea of the life of primitive people. Now in the Satpura National Park there are many evidence that the prehistoric human life has been existed over there. According to the Satpura National Park, the primitive man have been living into the jungle, and they have been using many areas of the jungle. Rock paintings are found in these shelters. A total of 55 rock shelters have been identified in Panchmahari bioreserves. So if we speak about Panchmahari bioreserves, there are 55 rock shelters that have been found from there. Rock shelters are generally these type of shelters that are made into the rock. Now there are also rock paintings on that shelters. Figure of animals, men fighting, hunting, dancing and playing musical instruments are depicted in these paintings. Many tribals still live in this area. So when we closely observed the paintings or the rock paintings, we found that there were men fighting on that paintings, there were animals. Now there were also some people dancing, hunting, playing musical instrument. So from this we can depict that there were primitive humans that used to live in that area. And apart from that, many tribals now also, in the present situation also, many tribal people also live in that area. Now the next thing is about the Satpura Tiger Reserve. So why is it Satpura Tiger Reserve? Because there is something special about it that we are going to learn in the topic Project Tiger. Now Project Tiger was launched on 1st April 1973 by the Government of India. The project aims at ensuring a viable population of Bengal tiger in their natural habitats, and also to protect them from extinction and preserving areas of biological importance as a natural heritage forever represented as close as possible. The diversity of the ecosystem across the tigers distribution in the country. Now प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर जो है वो इसलिए लॉन्च किया गया था ताकि जो बंगाल टाइगर्स हैं उनको नेचुरल हैबिटेट दिया जाए, उस नेचुरल हैबिटेट में उन्हें प्रोटेक्ट किया जाए ताकि वो बिल्कुल से ख़त्म ना हो जाए, उनका एक्सटेंशन ना हो जाए। यानी एक्सटेंशन हो जाना यानी किसी भी एनिमल का एंड हो जाना, यानी वो स्पीशीज़ अब हमें नहीं दिखाई देगी, उसको कहते हैं एक्सटेंशन। तो टाइगर्स को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, बंगाल टाइगर्स को स्पेशली प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए बायोलॉजिकल इम्पोर्टेंस दिया गया, एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू इट उनको एक नेचुरल हेरिटेज दिया गया ताकि वो उस इकोसिस्टम में, यानी वो जगह पर जहाँ वो रह रहे हैं वहाँ पर वो ग्रो कर सकें। The project's task force visualized these tiger reserved as breeding nuclei from which surplus animals would migrate to adjacent forest. So in this project हमारा मेन एम था टाइगर्स को ब्रीड करवाना ताकि न्यू टाइगर्स जो हैं, न्यू बेबी टाइगर्स जो हैं वो प्रोड्यूस हों, सो दैट टाइगर्स का एक्सटेंशन ना हो जाए। सो दैट इज़ वाई इकोसिस्टम जो है, यानी कि इकोसिस्टम इज़ मेड अप ऑफ ऑल द प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स एंड माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स इन एन एरिया अलॉन्ग विद द नॉन लिविंग कंपोनेंट्स जैसे कि क्लाइमेट, सॉइल, रिवर एसेट्रा। सो इकोसिस्टम को डैमेज ना हो जाए, सो दैट एनिमल्स प्रोटेक्टेड रहें, इसीलिए प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर को लॉन्च किया गया। सो प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर को लॉन्च करने का मेन एम था वॉज टू प्रोटेक्ट द टाइगर्स फ्रॉम एक्सटिंक्शन। सो एक्सटिंक्शन होने के लिए ये सारे एनिमल्स जो हैं वो एंडेंजर्ड एनिमल्स हैं। एंडेंजर्ड एनिमल्स आर दोज एनिमल्स दैट आर ऑन द वर्ज ऑफ एक्सटिंक्शन, यानी कि जो ख़त्म होने वाले हैं। सो फॉर एंडेंजर्ड एनिमल्स सच एज वाइल्ड बफेलो, बारासिंगा, it is very difficult to make projects for everyone. So under the Project Tiger they are given protection for their existence. I hope this much is clear to you. So now for the next topic we will meet in the next class. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.